here is feedback for the Biology IA for DP26 cohort student B. To start with, none of the space is needed. It's just a waste of space. This could be a few lines at the top of a page and then move on. Good to see a citation underneath the image. The research question is quite clear. You could say RQ at the start to make it clearer. You could possibly add a date, either spring 2025 or the precise date. However, the background information or introduction is too short. I think here it's referring to Bluebell plants. They're delicate plants, but you need to talk more about the plants. They're a dicot, they're from this part of the world, they grow to be this height, blah, blah, blah. About the plant, and also more about the chosen field area. If we come down to the hypothesis, this is really long-winded. We could remove this piece. And this bit. Increasing the distance in the path will lead to, you need a couple extra, we'd get rid of this, lead to density increase in the path. Based on preliminary research, you don't need to say this, you put a citation at the end. We're highlighting and then add in your bracket with the citation here. Much shorter, much clearer. Independent variable, nice and clear. Dependent variables, nice and clear. Controlled variables. You're talking about, this is nice. This here, deer, I would suggest, and people. There's more people going through that forest than deer each day. Now, this, you understand it. I know what's going on, but most of your readers don't. It needs to be written to be more clear. Same with this. We know when we've read the whole thing what it is, but your reader who's got here will not understand it yet. Also, why this gap? Nothing major, but it'd be good to get rid of it. Now, this should be a recipe for what you did, not how you could do it. Not or other material. If you used bamboo sticks, then use that. That is what you used, not this or that. Same here. This is a list of your recipe to do this science experiment. So make sure that it's really clear. I did this. As soon as there's an or, reads like something taken off the internet. Oh, you could do this or you could do that, which should not be the purpose of your experiment. It should be clear instructions on what you did. Hazards. I'd add something about sharp stuff on the ground, glass, wear shoes, otherwise looks good. Now, nice to see a citation again, good and clear, I like it. This is your sampling plan. I presume that means path. It's too small and it's off the page. When we look at this, it should actually be beside step 4. Nice detailed instructions. A graph, what type of graph? Come on, XY scatter, make it clear. I'm not sure. Are you sure you use the power option to give you a line that fitted your data the best? Double check that. Could well be. Now things get a little bit out of order here. You've got data, bit of processing, uncertainties, graph. Then we come back to data. I'm not sure what this is even. And then a formula, and then the qualitative data. This needs to be flipped around a lot. Start with your data table and your qualitative data together up here. Then into your calculations, uncertainties, then to your graph. Now, when I look at your graph, this title needs a lot more details, especially you've done a pretty non-standard thing to show the spread of your 3 data values. I would lose this and actually have a bracket here, error bars represent range between da-da-da-da-da, so that it's a lot clearer. Number of flowers per what? Per meter, per kilometer, make it really clear. When I look at table 2, this column's the same as this column. There's nothing here until the bottom. Is this needed? You come here and you calculate an uncertainty based on the range. Is this used anywhere, or is this just something you did and didn't use? If this is used somewhere, I don't know where, you need to highlight it and make it clear. If it's not being used, what's its purpose? As I said, move this up. Now, we get to your conclusion. You really need an analytical statistic to back up your claim. I agree your claim looks to match your data well, but if you were to do something like a one-way ANOVA, you would end up with a statistical value that backs this up, or not. You can do it through Microsoft Excel, or if you don't have it, the Social Sciences Statistics website, both of which are linked from our class website to the data section. Now, the one thing missing here is a detailed explanation that is cited. You tell me what you found, but you need something here that says this is why, cites from acceptable sources. If you don't find something to do with this type of flower, you could easily find something in other plants and extrapolate across, but you need a lot more here. Evaluation, nice to see, but the IB no longer actually look at strengths. They're not part of their assessment criteria now. Here's our weaknesses or issues. This is looking reasonable. One thing I would say is every table in your report should start with table 1 or table 2 and then a descriptive title. So as soon as you look at it, you know what it is. And finally, our school uses MLA, so therefore this should be called work cited. Other than this, everything's in alphabetical order. It looks good. I'd probably add a blank line after each one of these, but your IA is looking to be in fairly good shape.